Hello! Yay! We're live with a motion blur little look today. I'm just loving this little motion blur thing. It just looks nice. It makes my skin look better. It's covering up my roots slightly. I'm just in it, okay? Thanks for joining today, guys. Instagram is up. It's working. What a great day. I want to talk about self-confidence today because I feel like it's lacking in a lot of people's lives, including my own sometimes. First of all, I just want to tell you about this. I don't know why, but yesterday I went to Modern Market and he fucked up my order somehow, and so he gave me a free cookie, and it's just been sitting there, and it smells so damn good. Want it so bad. But you know what? I'm going to the Bahamas, Cookies can wait for in the Bahamas. I'm going on a trip on Saturday, so just FYI, the Instagram Live next week will be on a different day because I'll be in the Bahamas living my best life on a catamaran with very minimal to absolutely no Wi-Fi. So this whole Instagram Live connection won't work, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Eat it. Everybody's telling me to eat it. You know what? I just might. Because last night, I wanted my husband to take me to frozen yogurt. And you know what he said? Maybe another night. He was trying to be healthier. Ew. Okay, anyways. So today, I want to talk about confidence. Because I don't know about you, but I lack confidence sometimes. And it's something I have to work on every damn day. Something I consciously have to think about and work on. So I'm going to give you a little background. If you see me looking off to the side, it's because I wrote down kind of notes, and so I could actually remember what I'm trying to say, because half the time I don't know what I'm saying, and then I listen to something, I'm like, what am I saying? I'm so bad at speaking, it's not my best quality. Eating is my best quality, honestly. Okay, so, oh my gosh, man, don't be mad. Somebody said, fuck you. Okay, let's talk about confidence. Because, man, this person does not have confidence. We're going to work on it, though. If you're saying fuck you to someone, we got to work on your confidence. So, I was super insecure growing up. I don't know what really caused it, but I was always insecure. I always hated myself for some reason. Always figured out things to hate about myself. And I think because I just felt like I never fit in, and I would try to hang out with certain groups, and I just never fit in. It just totally sucked. So I found these body issues that let's first talk. Everybody has these issues growing up. This is nothing original about myself, but I had tons of body issues that stemmed from all these insecurities that I had, that I didn't fit in with other groups because these girls were super pretty or super skinny or bullshit, whatever. And then I also had some just really bad energy in my life. I remember having boyfriends when I was growing up who would point out my cellulite. I had multiple boyfriends. Thank God that I was able to get past those types of people. But I remember having these boyfriends, this one right after I was out of college, who pointed out my weight and who pointed out my cellulite. And to me, when a person that you care about points those things out, it is just so devastating. And so it really made me go into this shell of a person. And little did I know, he was actually cheating on me, and it was stemming from his own insecurities. He was trying to really make me unhappy as a human being. So, anywho, I had all these insecurities, and I finally faced that I needed to work on them. And this was kind of in college. I had to stop making up excuses for myself and grow from them. And so the first thing I did was create an exercise program for myself. That was what I wanted to do. So I created this exercise. Hold on. There we go. Sorry, I had to hide a guy who just kept saying fuck 45 times. Okay, so I had to first motivate myself to work out. That is so incredibly important for me, and not only my own sanity, but how I felt about myself. So I know we had to get him out. We got him out, guys. So I had to work on these things around myself. And first I started with fitness. That was the thing that I could control. And before, I had made up so many excuses to not work out. I would go to the gym and then immediately leave because I felt intimidated. And so I finally had to stick to a schedule and motivate myself. And that was the first step. The second step that came a little bit later was to change my diet. So I had to change my diet and really get control of not only what I was putting into my body, but how that food was affecting me. So when I would eat all this shitty food, you not only are you just causing inflammation in your body, weight gain, but you're also really messing with your hormones. And I had gone through different stints of depression. And so I knew as I was doing more research about food, I knew I had to find a diet that would work for me. And when I say diet, I mean just an eating plan. And I found ways to change my diet, and that really gave me more confidence because I felt good every day. I would wake up happier. I would feel good throughout the day. I was energized to work out. And so food was a huge thing that gave me more confidence as a human being because I was just happier every single day. Then the third change, which I feel like has just come recently as I've entered into my 30s, and that is working on myself, my own attitude, how I feel about myself, how I see myself, and then how I deal with the world around me. Because obviously, based off the last guy who was just in this Instagram story saying fuck you constantly, it's pretty easy to get drugged down by other people and what they're doing or what they're saying. And so I had to make a lot of changes working on myself and how I viewed the world. So recently, just back in January, for kind of a New Year's resolution, I decided that I wanted to become more confident in 2019. I was just sick of being down on myself and feeling insecure and comparing myself to others. And so I decided I was going to take steps to work on my self-confidence. So I'm going to give you that list of 5 steps that I did a blog post about. So I talked about this already on my blog. So the number 1 was to compliment myself. It's so easy to get wrapped up in all your insecurities, and you look in the mirror and you see cellulite and you start talking bad to yourself and talking down to yourself and thinking about all these other people who don't have cellulite and how their lives are so much better. I'm just saying one of those things that I start saying to myself. And I took those insecurities that I'd say to myself in the mirror and I would turn it into a positive. So as I look in the mirror and whatever, I see cellulite or I see just stupid things that you start to see on yourself and talk down to yourself, I would say, I am so proud of you, Julie, for all the hard work you've put into yourself. I'm so proud of all the accomplishments you've had in the gym, outside the gym. And I would just start saying these positive things to myself. And here's the thing about your brain. You start saying things to it and it'll start believing it. You'll actually start believing those things. And so instead of just drowning in the negativity, I was able to spin things into the positive. And so whenever I look in the mirror and think something negative, positivity, say it right then and move on. Bye, Felicia. Bye. Then next, and there's a fine line to this, no more self-deprecation. I have always been a person who will say shitty things about myself first so nobody else can come at me with those negative things. It's like, already said it, bitch. What up? Can't hurt me. But in the end, I'm just constantly saying bad things about myself and then I begin to believe them. So sure, I'm all about some self-deprecating humor. Like, you know what? Don't take yourself too seriously. Come on. But when I would do it too often, I would start drowning myself in it. So no more self-deprecation. Lay off, okay? Julie, lay off. Ew, do you hate when people talk about themselves in the third person? It's the worst. Then, this one, which I feel a little bit, and I'll talk more about this in the end, but I feel a little I don't know, on the fence about it. So unfollow accounts that make you doubt yourself or make you feel less than. So it's so easy to follow all these accounts on social media for some reason or other. But then as you're looking at them, then you're comparing yourself to others and you're thinking these negative thoughts. It's like, if you're feeling those thoughts, unfollow them. You can move forward. But something I'll kind of talk about later, if you're feeling those feelings, it's very easy to unfollow, but it's a little bit harder to question yourself why you're feeling those feelings. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But I think looking back at yourself and taking a deeper glance into yourself is so important. But I'll talk about that in a second. Fourth, 5 steps here. Fourth, take steps each day that you know will make you feel your best. So if you know working out every day makes you feel your best, do that. If you know drinking a ton of water, if you know complimenting yourself, if you know taking a walk with your dog, hanging out with your best friend, calling your best friend, whatever it is, do those things that make you feel your best every single day, because you're setting yourself up for success every day after that. So do those things daily, day in and day out. And then fifth, take a closer look at the people you surround yourself with. I know that seems self-explanatory, but it's like, if you're around a person who is completely negative all the time, maybe that's your spouse, maybe that's your friend, maybe that's a coworker, you're going to start drowning yourself in that negativity as well. And you're going to start seeing the negative all around instead of the positive. So I've had friends in the past that I've had to cut my relationship off with those friends because they were too negative and it was just bad energy day in and day out. So taking those relationships out of your life, and they're hard because you really care about those people sometimes, but first and foremost, you have to care about your own life. This is YOLO. I don't know if we get reincarnated. I'm into reincarnation right now. But what if we get reincarnated and we have other lives, but we don't know? We might just go into the ground and that's that. So YOLO, okay? We don't need negativity in our lives. Move on from it. Okay, so in the past 6 months, I've been able to become much more content with myself doing those things on a daily basis and not drowning in the negativity, unfollowing some accounts that make me feel insecure. But as I've moved forward from this, I feel like something is missing out of that. And I think that really goes down to what I need to work on myself. And I say that because when I think negative thoughts about anybody else, it's usually because of my own insecurities. So what made me think of this the other day? So I was watching Courtney Kerr, and her Instagram is currently Kerrently. Thank you. I'm really good at spelling. So her Instagram, she showed an Instagram post from a message who somebody was incredibly negative to her. They're talking about her face and how she needs to stop getting work done. Like just all this, projection, yeah. Courtney Kerr is the best. So all this projection, and we all do this. This isn't something that's just these like trolls on the internet. We all project it sometimes. Just some people write it in just crazy fucking messages like psychopaths. But most of us, we just do this to our friends. We say shit about people. So take like the Kardashians. Think about how much shit is talked about them online. It's like I'm one of those people who talks about the Kardashians with my friends, and we talk about their butts and whatever. It's like, and we're talking shit about them and like the choices they make, but why? Why am I doing that? Like nothing about what Courtney Kerr does, Courtney Kerr does, or the Kardashians do, or whoever else out there, whatever they do, it has nothing to do with me. And so why would I care what's going on in their lives? But it's probably because it's stemming from an insecurity in myself. So if I'm talking about like how Kim Kardashian's butt is so big and like all the work she gets done, it's like, Julie, maybe that's your own insecurity about your own body. I don't know. Think about that. Maybe it's you wish you had as much money as her. I don't know. Think about that. Most of the time, say all of the time, whenever you're saying shit about someone else, it all comes back to you. It's a reflection of yourself and your own insecurities. And so it's so easy to talk through this list of things that I do daily, but down to the nitty gritty, those things that I'm saying about other people at any points is a self-reflection on my own insecurities and the confidence I need to create within myself. And so I thought about this one. Here's kind of an example. I was at this event. I saw this girl who we've known each other for years. We don't really get along, but I don't fucking know why. But I think there's just this competition or some weird bullshit. And so I saw her and I immediately thought negative thoughts. And I was kind of like not wishing her well. So I get back from the event and I'm going through this in my mind. And I'm like, why would you think negative thoughts about her? Why? You know nothing about her. You have no idea what her struggles are. You're thinking these negative thoughts, and you're probably going to tell your friends these negative thoughts, which I did. And then as I stepped back, I'm like, bitch, Julie, you are fucking insecure and you're wishing you had something that she has to offer. You wish you were as successful as her. And these negative feelings have to do with your own lack in self-confidence. And so that's something that I've tried to work on, and believe me, I'm not always good at it, but it's something I look at whenever I'm thinking negative thoughts about someone. I start thinking back to myself and how I can work on that and what is missing in my own life for me to be such a big C word. I like the C word. I say it sometimes in my daily life, but I won't say it here because people get mad. But I was listening to Melissa Urban, formerly known as Melissa Hartwig of Whole30. I was listening to her podcast recently it's episode 10. You guys should all listen to it. It's Do the Thing podcast. And she talks about this, and she was talking about how when we're talking shit or feeling these negative things about someone else, we're looking into their lives. So like Instagram is looking into someone else's life. And so we're judging. And if we can use that window and turn it into a mirror, it's most likely all those same things that we're saying about that person are just a reflection of ourselves. You guys should all listen to this podcast episode. It's episode 10. It was so good. I put it on my Instagram stories the other day. But if we could all do that, think about how much more fun life would be if we took that negativity out and we looked at the self-reflection of ourselves, and we just understood ourselves a little bit more. So not only am I trying to compliment myself on a daily basis, take the steps to become a healthier person, but I'm also doing more self-reflection, and that's really helped with my own self-confidence because I'm just reflecting on who I am as a human being and who I want to be moving forward. And man, being a cranky ass bitch who thinks negative thoughts, I don't say things like attack someone online about their facial choices. But, if I'm thinking negative thoughts, why am I thinking that? If I'm thinking about Kim Kardashian's butt, why? It has nothing to do with me. Literally nothing. You know what? She feels fucking good about her ass. And so good on her. And that's what I try to think whenever I see, here's another example. The other day I was at a gym and I was stretching. And so I was stretching for 15 minutes after a workout, and this girl was taking a selfie for the entire 15 minutes. And I came home and I said it to my husband. I was like, can you believe this girl was taking a selfie for 15 minutes? And then as I sat back, I'm like, bitch, Julie, bitch, why do you care? Here's the thing. She looked really fucking hot, and when I really looked back at why I was judging her for taking a gym mirror selfie, it's because she looked damn hot in those tiny little shorts, and I was insecure that I don't feel comfortable in shorts. That's it. I don't give a shit that she's taking a selfie for 15 minutes. She looks damn good, and I'm being jealous, and that's why I'm saying this little catty thing to my husband when I got home. And so all these self-reflection, as I do that, now I have this freedom that I'm able to see these women online or women in my day-to-day, and I say women, but men too, And whatever behavior that I feel negative towards, it's because of my own insecurities. And now I'm able to say, fuck yeah, you look good, girl. Do the damn thing. Take your selfie. Feel amazing. Good on you. I hope to be more like you someday. I'm able to do that. And that's such a freeing, awesome feeling. And it's given me so much more confidence personally. So those are the things I'm working on right now. I think go to my blog post if you want to kind of look through those things, those 5 steps. But I truly think if you're able to self-reflect more on a daily basis, it is so helpful. It's so helpful to see, why am I thinking these negative thoughts? It's most likely a projection of my own insecurities. And why am I feeling insecure? And how do I work on those insecurities? And it's a daily work on. You don't just become an incredibly confident person day in and day out. It's like you have to work on it. And so those are the things that have really helped me become more confident. And it's a daily thing. It's a daily struggle. And I think all of us are just trying to become better versions of ourselves. And so we might as well support other people for the choices they make, whether that's getting plastic surgery, picking a certain outfit, posing half naked on Instagram, whatever makes a person feel good. Why can't we support them? If they're being safe and happy, let's just support other people. It just feels way better. Okay, I'm gonna go back through some of these comments. See if I missed any questions along the way. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's see if I missed any questions. What? Ohana screwed up my order the other day and they gave me a free can of Hawaiian juice drink. It has 36 grams of sugar in it. Oh my God, I wish this, this leaves off the sugar content. How convenient is that? Love you, Clark. Let's see. Yeah, don't worry. We got that negative guy out. I had a guy tell me once I'd never be strong enough for CrossFit. Ew, bitch, bye. What is strong enough for CrossFit? There's literally like 10-pound bars. Get out of here. Oh, Clark. I had a lot of insecurities when Julie was in her early 20s because she was able to lift heavier weights than me. Oh, so good. I listen to Lizzo on repeat. Highly recommend. Love it. Sometimes, I'm sorry, but sometimes that song annoys me. Okay? I need to get past it because it's really good. But sometimes it's just like, okay, you're being loud. Okay, that was negative. Go back. She's the best. Let's see. Oh, first live of yours I've watched. Very good content. Thanks. Thank you. Where's your dog? Jackson's on the couch. I'm going to try to bring him over here. He's just licking incredibly loudly. Let's see. Sounds like confidence comes from understanding yourself and introspection. Yes. Yes. Pandy, do you want to come here? Come here. I want to show you something. Guess what, you guys? I made Jackson popsicles yesterday. How do you not feel comfortable in shorts? It's something I need to work on. It's just something I need to add to the bucket to work on. I read this quote where the first thought pops into your head about a person is what you've been conditioned to think, but the next thought reveals who you really are. True for self-thoughts too. Love it. We never stop growing. Everything you share helps others. Oh, that's really nice. Let's see. Was always insecure, but when I had a burp. Was always insecure, but when I went through puberty and gained weight, got stretch marks and cellulite, then it got bad. So I'm trying to be more healthy and lose weight. Girl, that's just puberty, Fucking puberty. Just hits you like a bus. But you got this, girl. You got this. I'm having trouble getting into the mindset of doing things for myself and not to impress someone or a guy. That one's hard. That one's really hard. But It's something you have to work at every single day, not concentrating on the outside pieces. Oh, I hear a panda. But not concentrating on the outside things, thinking about what really makes you feel good. That's so much more enjoyable. You want to come here? Can I hold you? Just walked away from me. Okay, let's go through another one. Do you count calories? No, I do not. Oh, thanks. I'm going to keep doing these lives. Thank you. How do you, someone who's talking negative about someone to you? Maybe how do you deal with someone who's talking negative? Okay, so how do you deal with someone talking negative about you? Oh, wait, okay, sorry. I'm really bad at reading, among other things. How do you deal with someone who is talking negative about someone to you? Man, that's a hard one. Like, I have a couple friends who they're very big negative talkers. And so if they're talking negative, recently a friend was talking negative about another friend, and I was like, man, she's just so confident. I wish I had more confidence like her. And so I just try to kind of spin it and move it in a different direction. But it's so easy to start talking bad about other people. And so if I just spin it into a positive, that's kind of how I'm able to move past it. How are you surviving the neighbor children? My neighbor children aren't that bad. They love to scream in their backyard by 7 a.m. because I'm sure the parents just let them loose. It's like, go into the wild, children. You kept us up all night. Twin toddlers. I don't know how these parents do it. They're saints. They just scream a lot, which is fine because the neighbors next door, the other house, they were dealing drugs at some point. I don't know if they are anymore. But now they're just rapping in their backyard instead of selling drugs. So things are looking up, Okay. I don't feel comfortable in shorts either. You know what? Let's work on this together. Fuck that. It's too hot to wear pants. I'm convinced the majority of negative thoughts related to women are founded in jealousy. Love the idea of supporting all women, seeing the courage, bravery, and confidence in the women around us. Yes, it's all rooted in jealousy. We're taught from an early age to be envious of other people. It's just get over yourself. You know what? Everybody has different things to offer. Move on. Move on, please. Let's see. Whoever talks shit about me, I know my doggies love me. That's so true. Let's see. Damn. I read many self-help books that make me feel like crap. This live is actually real. Oh, I've never read any self-help books because I'm kind of scared of that. Makes me nervous that it would make me feel more insecure or more in my head. But I think, obviously we can work on all these things on our own, talking positive about ourselves, spinning negatives into positive, not talking shit about other people, whatever it is. But I also think, maybe self-help books can really help, but therapy, I know therapy has been so helpful to many people. I haven't personally gone to a therapist myself, but I know so many people's lives who've been changed through therapy. So I can't recommend that enough for different people out there. Let's see. Thank you for this. I've been really committed to living a healthier and more active lifestyle, and this is just what I needed to hear today. Good. Do you think it's weird to have so many random people obsessed with all your details of your life? I don't feel like anybody's very obsessed, Someone said Rachel Hollis is the best self-help. Isn't that the girl who has Girl Wash Your Face book? I love the name of that because it's true. Wash your face every night, every morning. Come on. How do we help to check our self-deprecating loved ones? Call them out sometimes. Maybe just say, if you have a friend who's saying negative things about themselves, say, don't say that. That's not true. And if they're like, I'm just joking, it's like, well, girl, you're beautiful. Just stop that. Whatever it is, just kind of nudge it in a different direction. If they're starting to do that self-deprecative behavior, conversations, nudge it in a different direction. Change the, say, you're beautiful. Moving on. Have you eaten a banana today? Just saw a banana on the table. Move the conversation in a different direction. Okay, I'm gonna end this live. Do you guys have any more questions? I was gonna end this live. Just know next week I'm not gonna have a live on Wednesday because I'm gonna be in the Bahamas. Tanning. God, I'm getting rid of my roots tomorrow. Stop judging me. So I'm gonna be in the Bahamas on a boat. No Wi-Fi available. So my Instagram live next week, or it's going to be Sunday next week once I'm back in town. So just know that, I'm sorry, it won't be on Wednesday, but it'll be another day. Let's see. Yay. Girl, wash your face. And Girl, Stop Apologizing. Both of her books. I haven't read either. People love them. I heard she's just crushing it. Let's see. I recently went through a huge weight loss and people say, good for you. What is a good way to set boundaries about nice things to say that come off bitchy? What is a good way to set boundaries about nice things to say? So I'm sorry, I'm just not quite understanding the question. Are you not interested in the compliments people are giving you? I'm sorry if I'm missing that. Ooh, sorry. I'm missing the point on that question, but please send me a message. And last question, and then I've got to peace out. I got to try on some stuff from the Nordstrom anniversary sale. Woo! This is Nordstrom anniversary style. I pretty much only bought pajamas because who cares about real clothes? Am I right? Tara asks, how do you go on all these fun adventures? Do you hire an agent? No. So I am going on a trip with Tradewinds, and I went on a Tradewinds trip in the past and loved it and talked about it. And then their PR agency saw me talking about it. And so I was able to go on a sponsored trip with them last year, and they asked me to come back this year. So I don't have an agent. I've worked with a friend who set up some trips in the past, but I don't have a specific agent. Agents sounds so cool and professional. I wish I had an agent. Whenever I hear people talking about agents, I'm like, I want an agent. Just like a manager. Just like, tell me what to do in my daily life. How nice does that sound? Sounds fabulous. Okay, I'm gonna leave. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, next week, the live is gonna be on Sunday next week instead of Wednesday. So this following Sunday, not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday once I'm back in town. So you guys are awesome. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you later. Bye.